Good morning, Vietnam. God dang, I'm loud. Welcome back to another episode of Eating Good, the podcast, where we go out to try a new restaurant in the Columbus or outside areas as we've been venturing off, give our ratings, and then talk about whatever topics we've prepared for that week. I'm David.
I'm Oscar.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Marisol.
This week is a special edition where we go back to our hometown. So I'm going to pass it off to Sam. Take it away.
Thank you, David. As David mentioned, this week we ventured outside of Columbus to our hometown in Painesville, Ohio.
Woo!
Woo! We asked our listeners on the Instagram to give us reviews for where to go. We had a lot of great suggestions like Silvestro's, Bistro 70, the Pompadour. However, all those places didn't open until dinner time, and we needed to go somewhere for lunch because we have dinner time plans. So we ended up picking a local restaurant called Pickle Bill's Lobster House. They have a variety of seafood, including Lake Erie perch and Lake Erie walleye. They also serve crab legs, lobster, scallops, shrimp, all the classic seafoods. And on their website, they say, in order to be successful, a restaurant needs 3 things: great food, great service, and great atmosphere. And Pickle Bill's has excelled in all 3 areas for over 4 decades.
Whoa.
And I will say the atmosphere is pretty cool inside. They have a lot of like novelty, nautical decorations, and it's a really big restaurant, actually.
It's really big.
Yeah, there's like levels. It's like the main thing, the kind of half outside, half inside, and then the actual outside, right on the water.
But before I go any further, you might have heard a 5th voice on the podcast. We're so bad at like introducing such
Terrible.
things.
Just terrible.
We have Lidia on the pod.
Wahoo. That would be me.
Any fun intro you'd like to say about yourself?
I'm just the cool aunt. Explains why I'm here. That's all.
She was hand selected from all of our relatives here. They're going to be upset when they listen to this, and they're not on the pod first.
Yet.
But they will be. You guys will be guests in due time. Don't worry.
Patience is key.
Yes.
I waited my whole life for this now.
All right, then we can jump into the food. The first item that we got to share was their fried pickles. The place is called Pickle Bill's. We had to get fried pickles. It was mandatory.
It would have been a sin not to.
And the pickles came with ranch and marinara sauce.
Oh, yeah. I really like the pickles. I like the fried outside and then the pickle.
The pickle.
The pickle. No, they were like pickle spears. So it was like, it was a nice crunch to it all the way through. But they came out steaming hot.
Mm-hmm.
A little too hot.
Like, I didn't know a pickle could get that hot. Like, I bit into it. I'm like, it's juicy, but it's burning my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like that it was pickle spears and not like pickle slices.
Chips.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I feel like normally when I get fried pickles, it is the slices. And I don't know, too much breading. This was more pickle instead of breading.
A better ratio, for sure.
But
Better
the breading
ratio.
was very crunchy.
Yes. And sometimes it gets soggy too because it's a pickle, but they did it right
It was
here. It was a
crunchy.
crunchy breading.
As the queen of pickles,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to give this fried pickle a 9 out of 10. If I had to choose one place to get my fried pickles, I would... What's this place called?
Pickle Bills.
I would go to Pickle Bill's. I mean, it was overall a good crunchy pickle, but I feel like it was cooked to perfection. And the breading, it just made it 10 times better. I feel like the ratio was perfection. And why am I not giving it a 10 out of 10?
Yeah,
Let me change it. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Yay.
Nice.
Pickle Bill's lives up to the name.
Yeah, really they do.
Yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10. I really like the ranch that it came with. Worked really well.
I think I would give them a 9 out of 10 just because I'm not a pickle lover, but that was pretty good.
So do you dislike pickles or are you just like whatever about
We're
them?
not a fan.
Whatever.
Okay.
Not 'em, yeah.
Do you take them off your burger?
I do.
Ooh.
So you hate pickles.
I do not. It's funny because it's like I could eat them by themselves, but not on a burger.
So then do you eat them once you're done with the burger? If you take them off?
No, because my kids take them.
Oh.
Can I have your pickles? And I'm like,
So
sure,
you never
I'm not
had a
gonna fight for
chance.
it.
Right, yeah.
What if you get like a sandwich and there's a pickle spear on the side?
Actually, when it comes to a sandwich, I like to bite the sandwich, but the pickle separate. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're
That's
just a
fine.
separate person, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
At least she doesn't hate pickles.
Yeah, that's good. That makes me feel
We're
so
a pickle
much
loving
better.
podcast.
For real.
I will give the pickles a 9.3 out of 10 because I think they deserve a little higher than a 9. I don't know what would get them to a 10 because honestly I can't think of any faults, and both of the dipping sauces were very good.
Mhm.
But it's just hard for me to give something a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think Dem literally stole the words out of my mouth.
Me?
And pretty much everything you described. I don't know what it would take to get it to a 10, but it probably is the best fried pickle that I've had in recent memory, at least for sure. I did appreciate the pickle spear, so I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10.
What if it was like a whole pickle that they fried?
I think it would have been a lot too much pickle.
Yeah, then it would have been,
Like-
the ratio would have been off again.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
too
like the
much
whole
pickle side.
pickle instead of a spear?
Middle, would it be actually warm?
Right, would it
Or
be
cold?
cold in the middle
It
of the
It
pickle?
would be hard to, like,
Get it
cook
all warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the birthday girl.
Happy birthday!
Sarai in the house.
One short intermission because the birthday girl is here. Her name is Sarai and it's David's little sister.
She's a jolly good fella.
Would you like to say anything on the pod?
Hello, everybody.
How old did you turn?
22. It's my Taylor
Damn.
Swift year. Bruh.
You cut her off with
Right.
Taylor Swift year.
It's my Taylor Swift year.
Damn.
Dang, she's getting
Just
up
kidding, we're
there.
all older than you.
She's catching up, though.
Let's not talk about age, Samantha.
I saw the cars in my driveway and I was like, oh, wait, am I going to witness the podcast session? Y'all got y'all stew in my room.
Stew.
Right.
The studio.
Oh, yeah. I was
Man,
like,
we
Says
are
a
not
soup?
hip enough.
yeah, I was really thinking soup.
I was like, is this what the new cool kids are saying? What a stew.
In the stew.
All right, let's zoom past this food then. We got places to be, things to do. Who wants to talk about their entree first?
I can talk about what I got. I ordered the seafood sampler. It came with battered walleye, battered perch, and battered shrimp. And let me tell you, it was just a lot of battered food. Like, I thought, like, it said... So it says battered walleye, perch, and shrimp. So I was thinking, oh, maybe only the walleye is battered and everything else is just cooked. No, it was all fried.
Yeah, when I saw your plate come out, I was
Yeah.
like, Oscar's not going to like that. It's all fried.
Did you guys see his plate at the end?
Yes, I was just
He,
about to
like,
say
peeled
that. I
all
was
of
like,
the-
wait a minute. Did he
He peeled
eat
all the
anything?
breading off.
I started eating the shrimp and I'm like, all right, not bad. And then, you know, I'm on my third shrimp and I'm like, this is too much. Like, I'm already feeling sick. So after the third shrimp, I just started taking the batter off of everything because it was just too much fried food. Like, I like fried food, but not like that. I know it's going to hurt my stomach later. But the shrimp was really good. And the fish, the perch and the walleye were both like really tender and they didn't have a lot of flavor, but it's actually a good thing because you don't want fish to taste like the sea. But overall, I
I
did.
don't know.
But you wanted to have some seasoning.
Yeah.
Unless you're me, you want that boy fish.
I don't know. It just worked out because like they had the little sauces. They had the tartar sauce and the It was like some sweet sauce. It was like a sweet and sour sauce. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But it was good. I was dipping everything in that. And I also got a side of corn.
Oh, the corn was
Aside,
good.
you
corn
got
looked
the-
really
you got the
great.
whole dang
The
corn.
whole corn.
Yeah.
The meal overall, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Like the fish and the shrimp were really good. It's just too much batter. Like I don't want that much fried. The corn, it was pretty good. The only thing that probably would have made it better was some what's it called? The
Butter?
seafood. No, the seafood seasoning.
Old
The
Bay.
Old Bay, yeah.
Mhm.
If it had a little bit of Old Bay, would have took it to the top. But the corn, I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
And
Can't
this
go
man
wrong.
knows his corn. No.
Can't go wrong with corn on the cob.
Look, it looked good and it
It
tasted
looked
better
beautiful.
than it looked.
Yeah, it looked good.
There's a mean ear of corn.
Yep.
I guess I could go next. I got the steak and snow crab So it was just a steak and like half of a snow crab's legs. So it was only half a pound of crab legs, which is actually more than I thought it was going to be. I didn't know how much half a pound meant, but I got like 4 good legs and half of the body of the crab. It was a good amount of crab meat, in my opinion. So it also came with a side, and I picked their parsley potatoes. I'll start with the potatoes. They were okay, but they weren't really seasoned that much.
It was just parsley.
Yeah, I definitely needed to add my own salt and pepper, or else it was just like eating plain potato. Not my favorite. Once I put the salt and pepper on it, much better. I'll give them like a 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah, and they weren't cut up, so the whole middle was just potato.
Yeah, exactly. Which I normally like to just like have a whole potato like that if I'm at like a seafood boil, but those are normally very seasoned or covered in a sauce. And these were just like plain.
Buttered up.
I don't know why I imagine potatoes or with cilantro or cilantro potatoes to be like smashed potatoes with cilantro mixed in them.
Yeah. Or just even if
That's
these were
what I
just
was
seasoned.
picturing.
Smashed, and then the little salted. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like even if they had just cut them in half. it might
And
help.
like added salt. So I didn't have to do it myself.
Yeah.
We're consultants, food consultants, hire us. We'll improve your menu.
My recommendation: more salt.
Especially from like a seafood restaurant to not have that much salt on their stuff or even on the table.
Yeah, we had to ask for it to be brought to us. At least the chef didn't come and say, try it first.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But what else? From my steak, I got it medium rare, and it was cooked perfectly. However, I also wish it was seasoned more. I want a well-salted steak. Not that it's like overly salty, but like when you're prepping it and cooking it, it should have like a good crust of salt on it, in my opinion, to get a good flavor. And this didn't have that. So I ended up also putting some salt on this and a squeeze of lemon, and that definitely made it better. And then the real star of the show is the snow crab legs. Those were probably the best crab legs I've ever had because they were like very well seasoned. Even though there was no sauce or anything, it was just like the crab legs. They were really, really good. And I let everybody try a piece, but I died a little bit when I did that. Because I was like, it's so good and I have to share it with them. I didn't have to, but I wanted you guys to experience how good it was.
Yeah, because they looked kind of plain, kind of like not seasoned or whatever. But when I tried the inside, they were like, it was seasoned. I don't know how to describe it. It just tasted
I don't know
really
how
good.
they did it, how they cooked it, but they're doing it right.
Yeah, that little piece I had made me like rethink my order. I was like, I should have got that.
I know.
It was probably very refreshing for you to have that piece because you had nothing but fried food on your plate.
But by then I had stopped eating the fried part.
Yeah.
But still, that crab was so good.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if I go back, I would just be like, just give me crab legs. It's worth it.
They have it all you can eat.
Yeah,
it's like
they do have
something, but
they do
worth.
have all you can eat options for a lot of their seafoods. All you can eat lobster for $199.
Light work.
What a
Light
steal.
work. Nah, I wouldn't do that one, but I would consider the all you can eat crab legs.
Yeah.
After tasting them, I didn't even dip it in the butter. I bet you that made it even better. Did you do that?
I did. Maybe I'm just not a huge fan of like melted butter. It's just like too much for me. I actually prefer to without dipping every piece in butter. I did dip it sometimes though. So overall, I'd give my plate with all of it on there an 8. And what's really pulling the weight is the crab legs.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
shooting up the average.
Like without the crab legs, it would be like a 6 out of 10. But with the crab legs, definitely brings it up to an 8.
I think like what you were saying. I think that's like a steakhouse trade secret. They like really over salt it so that it gives it a nice, beautiful crust.
For the steak.
Yeah, and I guess they just didn't do that here, sadly.
From my experience, the steaks from seafood places aren't always the greatest.
Isn't that their specialty?
Because their
I guess?
focus is the seafood.
The seafood,
Yeah.
yeah. But when I see steak on the menu, I'm like, I
Right.
might have to get that.
But I did, the one piece you gave me, I don't know if it was because of it was the edge and it was nice and crispy,
Oh, yeah.
but that was delicious. And I'm not much of a steak person.
Yeah, I gave you an edge piece because I was like, the crust is going to be, what's the better part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was definitely nice and pink, the way I would even like it to. The medium rare.
I
cooked to
appreciate when a restaurant actually cooks it medium rare when I ask medium rare. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
perfection. I went to Applebee's last week. As for medium rare, today came out hockey puck done. They also forgot it under the heat lamp for like 20 minutes, so whatever. But that's a different story. Don't get me started. All right, I guess since I'm talking, I'm gonna jump in. I want to cut her in line. So I actually no, I want Marisol to go.
Okay. So what I got, I'm gonna have to read it because I can't. How do you say the word?
You knew what you got.
No, that's why I want you to say. I want you to try. Pronouncing the sausage.
Andouille.
Yeah.
Is it andouille?
Andouille.
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 Andouille or something like that.
Just say it. I
Andouille.
think that sounds good how you're saying it.
Andouille. So what I got was coconut shrimp with the side of red beans and rice with andouille sausage. Hey.
She's Francais.
What?
It's
What?
French. It's French.
Is
S'il
it?
vous plaît.
All right, continue.
Anyways, I'm a big coconut shrimp girl. However, normally the coconut shrimp that I have, it's like the texture I feel is normally like kind of like condensed milk. Not like I think like this coconut shrimp just had like coconut shavings on it, and that's how the breading was made. So I really didn't taste that much coconut within my shrimp, but it was very fried. It was really crispy, but I could barely taste the coconut. I would give the coconut shrimp, I mean, it wasn't bad. I would give it a 5 out of 10 for being coconut shrimp because I did not really taste the coconut that much in it. They also gave me this like cocktail sauce, and I don't think I've ever had cocktail sauce before, and I'm not a fan of it. It tasted like chemicals. I don't know.
Worcester sauce.
Huh?
How do you say that? Worcester.
Worcester, yeah.
That's what's
Whatever
in it.
sauce.
That's what's in it.
And yeah, so it's a very strong flavor. It's probably why
Yeah.
you didn't like it.
It tasted like someone was trying to poison me.
That bill.
Yeah, so I ended up getting a side of ranch because my shrimp wasn't like very coconutty. So it
you
was
needed
like
a flavor, a
Yeah.
dressing.
And then I think the beans rice with the andouille sausage was my favorite part of my meal. It was very flavorful. I could taste like the Cajun and the seasoning in it. And it wasn't like, my rice wasn't hard. It was like very, very grainy. I would give my rice by itself, I would give it a 7 out of 10.
I wanted to try the rice and I didn't.
It was
sneak in
really
there.
good. The seasoning was what made it. So yeah, I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
All right. So I went with the house special of the grilled Lake Erie walleye, served with lime butter. My side, I ended up going with the red skin potatoes, and then I also got the red beans and rice with
andouille
sausage.
I said that. I
Yep.
could have just said it for you.
Overall, I guess the overall rating I would give it would probably be like a 7 out of 10. So the potatoes, as was discussed, I'd probably give it a 5. It was just like the most plainest potato you could have. Just baseline 5. The parsley didn't really add much.
Yeah.
They were sweaty. I don't know. They weren't like buttered. It wasn't like salted butter, but they were like glowy.
They were nervous.
Yeah.
It was a rainy day. I don't know.
The rice and the red beans and all that, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 because, yeah, it had some seasoning, but I feel like it also got kind of cold pretty fast. I didn't eat it right away, and so when I got to the rice, I was like, But all in all, I love me some andouille sausage, bread, beans, rice. So, yeah, I'll give it a 7.5. Now, the walleye, I'll give it a 7.5 as well, I think. It didn't, I think like Oscar said, it didn't have much, like, flavor or seasoning on it. But I don't know if you guys noticed when we walked in, it smelled a lot like leña, like campfire, like bonfire wood. And so it had that, like, smoked wood, like, firewood flavor to it, which I liked. But that was kind of, like, the only flavoring to it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I think there was a fire pit inside.
I think it's
Did
like
you
when
guys
you
see
walked
that?
in. Was
Yeah.
it? I didn't see it.
There was a lot of things inside.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah.
an actual fire pit, and it was like turned on, and it was like actual fire inside.
Yeah. I love that smell. I don't know. It gives me
Yeah.
lots of nostalgia.
Same.
It's like homey.
Yeah. So I like that the fish tasted like that, but the fact that I had that a little lemon and pepper and salt. Maybe I would order something else next time. So all in all, 7 out of 10 for my plate. But pickled spears carried.
Yeah.
Oh,
That got me over the edge.
Oh yeah.
See, I like blackened fish, and so I was a little disappointed that they didn't have more of it on their menu. Like, I only saw the blackened salmon, and I didn't really want
You mean salmon?
any salmon.
Salmon.
Leave him alone.
Wait, what do you say?
Salmon.
Say it. No.
I wish they had more blackened options.
Yeah, because that's just what, like, crisped up Cajun seasoning, right?
Yeah, it's like the fish with like a ton of seasoning, and
then
they
they
fry
just-
like
I
that.
like that.
Yeah.
It's a nice little crust.
Yeah, give me a walleye like that. That probably would have been crazy good.
Yeah.
You bring your own seasoning.
Let me get on the grill real quick.
You can use that. You can use that fire
Let me
pit.
hop back there real quick. Don't worry, I'll still pay you. I just need the tools.
Just give me the fish and the tools.
Hey, you might add it to their menu and then be something new.
We're consultants. We
consultants.
say, add it to your menu. We're improving you.
So I had broiled scallops and shrimp scampi with plain potatoes, as everybody else did. Very disappointed. I thought it were like mashed potatoes, but they were not. So yeah, either a 4 or 5 out of 10 for those for sure. The shrimp was really big,
Yeah.
and it was pretty good. I liked the scampi sauce. I did add more lemon to it. And this is the first time I ever tried scallops. It's not bad. Not bad. I was going with stuff that was soft because I just got my bottom braces. So,
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
but I also I'm like, let me get some fries because they might be different here. And they were not. They were like plain French fries. McDonald's fries would probably be better.
I was
Oh,
gonna say
yeah.
they looked old.
What?
But they weren't taste bad. It's just like, it's your basic fry. Like, fair fries would be better.
Yeah.
And shocking, but like, I'm not a seafood person either. So,
You should have told me when I picked this restaurant.
She's like, I'll go.
I didn't, I
She's
mean,
like, I'm allergic
I
you
guess
to
already
seafood.
no,
yeah, I
you
guess
already-
I'd already picked
like,
the
I
place when I
didn't-
texted you.
I don't mind seafood, and I like to try new things too. Just to kind of like one of the podcasts is like, I'm gonna try it just to see if it's any different this time, and but I don't mind it, and it was pretty good. So for not a seafood person, I would still give it like 8 out of 10 for my entire plate. So
Nice.
Good.
That's a
Nice.
good rating.
yeah,
Yeah.
Would you
you're
go back?
I would not. I would probably just go for like the dessert.
Ooh,
That was good.
Yeah, we didn't talk about dessert.
Or
but-
drinks. I'm a big fan. Like, I would go to restaurants for the drinks. So I think, if anything, I would go back for drinks. I was looking for a pasta because I know 20 years ago I had an Alfredo there, and there was no pasta whatsoever in the menu.
Yeah, that's actually surprising. I didn't see any pasta options. And I honestly thought yours was going to come with noodles because it says scampi, and I normally
Same.
think
Right,
of noodles
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I thought so too, because I was like, oh, scampi. Immediately I was like, it usually comes with angel hair pasta, and nada. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
No, but that is a good point. The drinks were really good. Really, like, they were priced really well. So I wouldn't mind just going there, just hanging out, having drinks.
And I bet during the summer when they have like the whole thing
Oh,
open
sit
Yeah.
outside.
and it's like warm,
right on the river, having a drink. Oh, that
lively.
sounds so nice.
Yeah.
I think we should just go there after we eat just to have drinks and dessert.
Right.
Drinks and the
Yeah.
pickles.
And the pickles.
Yes.
And the
As
cheesecake.
it, and the
And the
cheesecake.
it's like a sides place.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
pretty
then
much.
drinks.
Better on the wallet too, because all their
Oh,
things
yeah,
are like
'cause
expensive
seafood
crab and
nachi.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did look like they had a bar on the river. It was just closed today because it was raining
Oh
and
yeah,
cold.
that little island
Yeah.
looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that people because the river I think connects to Lake Erie, so you
Yeah.
can take your boat up and just park right on
Yeah.
They have a
Pickle
couple
Bill's
dock
dock.
spots. That's
Yeah,
so
Yeah, let
cool.
me just bring my boat next time.
I've done
People
that
do
before.
that, actually. They pull up on their boats.
Yeah.
She's just saying
And
she
then
doesn't
eat.
have a boat.
Yeah, I'm just.
She's gonna pull up in a
I'm
canoe.
not one of those people.
I've
She's
done
gonna
it
row.
before on a friend's boat. We just pulled
We
like
just gotta find.
I
those
bring
friends.
my paddle.
A raft.
you're just like cruising on the river, and then you just park up, go eat, and then get back on the boat and go
Yeah.
back to where you were.
I found like
It's nice.
a door.
We should get one of those paddle boats where you got to
No.
pedal with your feet.
You would get
Show
tired
up.
so easily.
Have you
Just
been
go
on
for
one
a
of those
swim.
before?
Yes.
They're not that tiring.
If you're doing it for a while, yeah.
Are you by yourself?
No, with another person. But you think I want to paddle for that long?
I want one that looks like a swan.
Yeah.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
The swan ones.
I'll get it for you for Christmas.
Where am I gonna put it?
That's for you to figure out.
Yeah, that's not my problem.
Her job is to buy it.
But I'm gonna look through Marketplace now.
All right. Well, we mentioned the desserts. What did we get?
The New York
The New
cheesecake.
York
New York.
cheesecake.
Dead
Forget
ass.
about it.
Yes, I'm walking here. The New York
Get the
cheesecake
heck out of
it
here.
got me tight.
Let me tell you, them, them red
Tight.
potatoes got me tight. Ain't no seasoning on them, boys.
For reals.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
But I liked the crust, and it was really soft. It had really good flavor.
Yeah, that cheesecake
I love cheesecake, so that, yeah.
And the little
I liked
berry
compote.
compote that it came with.
Our
I
our
would've
server,
preferred
she just
strawberry.
knew what was right.
Mhm.
You know, I was like, oh, she brought us this like, what did she call it? Jelly? No.
The berry compote.
Yes. I'm like, I was like, I'm not gonna like that, and it was actually
It was
really
so
good.
It was nice and tart.
The cheesecake
flavor.
itself too, it was delicious. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't too sweet. It was what I can think of like when I think of
Great.
cheesecake.
Great consistency, not like frozen, but also not like too
Yes.
soft.
Yeah.
Great
was
resistance
so
on the
good.
spoon.
I was surprised at how much I liked this cheesecake.
Mhm.
It was really good. And I actually liked it without the berry compote. I just thought it
Yeah.
was like almost too strong.
Hmm
And the cheesecake could stand on its own without it.
Mhm.
So good.
But Oscar got a different one.
Yeah, I got the key lime cheesecake, and it looked exactly the same as your guys'
Mhm.
and it was the exact same. Where like the cheesecake part was nice and soft, and then the bottom crust was like had a little
Crunch to it.
crunch to it. But yeah, this one had a key lime taste, and it was so good. Like I kind of wish I had two pieces.
Oh my god.
It was so good. Like
it
I'm
wasn't
like,
a small piece either.
no, it was a big piece.
I did try a little bit towards the end, and I'm not the biggest key lime, but it was tried and true to the flavor, but it wasn't like overpowering.
No,
you know,
it
it was
wasn't.
a
Yeah.
good balance.
No,
too.
yeah, it tasted exactly like a key lime pie, but
But just-
with the shape of a cheesecake. You know,
Mm.
the form of a cheesecake.
And I think I like it more in that because I love cheesecake as
Yeah.
opposed to like key lime pie is just a different consistency.
Mhm.
You know?
Like jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like jelly.
So I give it a 9.3 out of 10.
Dang.
Wow.
What do you all rate the cheesecake?
The cheesecake.
The regular New York cheesecake.
An 8 out of 10.
8.5. It was very
I
good.
would say 9.
I would say 9.
It was
Great
better than I
cheesecake.
thought.
8.5.
Better than any
Oh.
like of the other cheesecakes
sir.
we've had at restaurants so
Yeah.
far.
Lidia's like, you gave it a 5? No, no,
Like,
8.5. 8.5. To make it clear, it was very
I was going to
delicious.
suggest the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
I've had Cheesecake Factory, like the just plain one, and I feel like I like this one better.
Mm-hmm.
The one at Pickleville.
So maybe
Nice.
next time you guys are out here.
Go to Cheesecake Factory.
Mhm.
I'd be down.
Yeah, they
I'll
got
never
such
say
a
no.
big
Their
menu.
menu is so big.
Yeah.
So
And this one
I
was
have a lot of-
lacking a little bit.
Thoughts on Cheesecake
You could
Factory.
eat
and they
there.
have so many cheesecakes.
You could eat there like once a week and have something different
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single
Day of the
time.
year.
Yeah.
Literally.
And there's
But
their
I get the
cheesecake
same thing
menu is
every
so
to go.
good.
What is
She
it?
has
Yeah,
her
what'd you go
go-to.
Can I
to?
get tenders and fries?
I get the Louisiana pasta.
Ooh, that
And
sounds.
it's
It's like Cajun.
spicy. It's really good, and the chicken on top is nice and crispy. It's delicious all the way around. My daughters took me there for my birthday, and of course I got that platter. And now Chiva wants to go there for her birthday and wants to get my dish.
Mm.
So
Are you gonna be like, now I gotta get something else?
nope,
She's like,
I'll
nope,
get
I'm
the
getting
same
the
thing. But
ain't
also
broke,
the
don't fix
drinks there are really good and fancy,
Mhm.
And they have so many cheesecake options, right?
and so
Like
many
so
many.
cheesecake
Yeah.
They do.
options.
Have
It's
you
the
been
factory. I've been there like once or twice, but it's been a while,
there? Okay.
so
Yeah,
I'm
same.
overdue.
I went there one time because one of my coworkers was gonna propose to his girlfriend.
At the cheesecake?
Uh huh. And then, trust me, he's not the brightest light on the tree. And I went with another guy as we were supposed to be like a separate couple, but we were supposed to record when he was going to propose. So like my dinner was free just because we were just like people there to witness, but record at the same time. He was taking forever, and we're like,
he's not gonna do it.
And he did, but you could tell how nervous he was, and everybody clapped and da 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 da. And I think she said yes just to be nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
But because I think when you're like, you for sure say yes, you immediately tell the whole world. And like, I followed this girl on social media, and it took her 2 weeks to post that like
That she was engaged.
that she was engaged. And I think they did break up, but then like 2 years later actually got married. So I'm like, make it make sense. I don't get it.
Oh, they got married to each other?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Maybe she had fear of commitment at the moment, or she wasn't sure, and then they broke up, and then they're like, no, actually,
I miss you.
I'm ready.
I would say yes at the moment because everyone's staring at us, and I'm like, I'm not gonna humiliate him like that.
Yeah.
But then
Unless-
afterwards, I'd be like, how dare you?
But then it would like break his heart later. When
I
it's
don't
like,
care.
You only
At
said
least
yes to be nice.
I'm not in public's eye. I would be, first of all, how dare you propose to me at Cheesecake? Not even Hyde Park? No.
Dang.
Cheesecake?
She got some standards.
No, I'm just one to like, I will never, I would hope I don't get proposed like at a restaurant because I'm just not that type
Like
of
you would
person.
want like a creative like.
Not even,
or
it
more
doesn't
thought
even
to
need
it.
to be creative, but I would like it to be private.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
right.
if like other people can't see it, I would hope that's like my family. You know,
Like cheesecake is nice, but not propose to your girlfriend nice.
I don't
Yeah.
think like proposals at restaurants just like ick me out.
It's just,
They are a
Unless
little
like
awkward.
they like rented it out.
Yes,
that's
that
a
would be
different
different. That's
thing.
more like
When your
intimate.
family
Nice.
comes out of somewhere else,
Yes,
that's
that
different.
would be intimate. I would be fine with that. But like
And then
having it
everyone-
around strangers, it's
right?
like
Yeah.
so
The
weird.
strangers thing is odd.
Like when they do it like at the mall, like why?
Who does it at the mall?
Like I seen one that they proposed at the mall. Or
Oh,
like
she
when
said
they,
no. I think I've seen that video.
yeah, I saw that one. She said no, and I would have. I've been in situations where I was like, if you think of proposing to me to just kind of make it work out, I would humiliate you. Like I would definitely be like,
The hell no.
heck no. It's probably like they're like, never mind.
Never mind, won't even do it then.
You're proposing to me with your dirty ass Jordans on? Step up your game.
At least go if you're proposing at the mall. At least go to the shoe cleaners at the mall to get your shoes
Bruh.
cleaned up.
I think that's at the airport.
It's embarrassing.
Isn't the shoe cleaner at
Get
the
your
airport?
haircut.
They be stabbing you in the middle of the mall.
Oh, they got some at the mall too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mall,
they divert.
airport.
You'll be on there with
Mexico
your slides,
Plaza.
and they'll be like, "Hey, you need a buff? Come on over."
They're trying to sell cleaning supplies. That's all.
They're salesmen.
Yeah, I wouldn't need like a proposal at like a hot air balloon or anything
All
like
right.
that. But I just like somewhere like intimate.
Yeah.
Imagine you do it at a restaurant, and then everyone at the restaurant is planted, and they do a flash mob if they say yes, and then
They start
No,
dancing.
flash mob is even worse.
imagine
I
if
hate
they say
that.
no and they still have to dance,
hate
and they're just like dancing
We
around
already
you
got
like
paid. We're doing the dance.
we practice all week.
The ones that there was two older couples that got proposed on stage at a banda concert, and one of the ladies kept saying no, and I wasn't sure if she was saying like, no, I can't believe you did this out of excitement, like of course I'll marry you or whatever. But
Or
like
no,
the guy
like-
played it off well where he hugged her and stuff like that, but like she was giving me mixed signals.
The crowd was all just in suspense, like
One
what?
lady was like, yes, da-da-da-da. And the other one's like, almost if it was my result, like, why was she supposed to be here?
Also,
Yeah.
did it
Why
go to
isn't
she
it
go
just
second?
me? And now I had to share my proposal with someone else?
Right.
Like, no.
That's weird.
If you're the second one, that's kind of rough. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, were
Yeah,
you just
and, like,
inspired?
Yeah, you're right. Like, and then I can't even have my own moment. Like, there's
Yeah.
another proposal here. Like,
Yeah.
what?
So what do you guys? How do you guys feel about the proposals that are posted when they do it like at Disneyland or Disney World?
I mean, I wouldn't want that because
Yeah.
I'm not a Disney adult.
But I can see how Disney adults would love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think
No.
that's why everybody has different taste, points of views, and I think it's very important that you explain to your significant other what you expect to not be
Yeah.
disappointed.
But I feel like boys
But
just
if-
need to like listen and actually obtain the information.
Some
But
of
if
that.
Well,
they
it's hard.
love
I mean,
you-
you never get it direct like that. I would.
Yeah.
I feel like as a girl, you're not gonna want to be like, "This is how I want it to be."
But like,
I
I
feel
don't
as,
like
know. I
you
but
feel
like,
like I
as a
am.
significant other, you should know like what your
What they
partner
want,
wants.
yeah.
or like in general what they would like
Yeah.
and wouldn't like.
Especially if you want to spend the rest of your life with this
Right.
individual, that you would know exactly how to get the yes from her.
Yeah.
To
Like-
propose
Yeah.
properly.
Like if you're just together because like you guys are comfortable or like you guys were high school sweethearts, like yeah, you might not know what you're doing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why just to be safe, I need to be engaged 10 years before I even think about, or need to be dating 10 years before I even think
Oh
about
my
being engaged.
gosh,
Sure.
absolutely
The single
not.
boy.
I have a question. How do you guys feel about like women proposing to their men or their
Bro,
significant
it's 2023. Feminism. Do it.
Makes
So-
my life easier, so,
other? Right,
shoot.
would you guys prefer that?
I wouldn't, I mean,
I wouldn't
Not
necessarily
prefer
prefer it, but if my girlfriend proposed to me and I was ready, I'd say yeah.
and
Like,
if
I'd
it
be
made
okay
her
with it.
happy,
Yeah.
if that's what she wanted.
Interesting.
Okay. Would you feel pressured to propose to her back, or you kind of just assume like this is
That
it?
was it.
No, I'm leaving it at that. I'm not stealing her moment. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
like,
no more work.
Do you
Wrong
think
answer.
that the girl would feel like you stole my moment?
I think that I would want to have another moment where I would propose to her.
Okay.
Like
Because she
a
says
whole
no.
different day, a whole
Exact-
different
yeah,
situation,
different day.
not like right in that moment.
No,
again.
no.
David's like, yeah, no, I'm good with this.
Nah.
It's like, oh, you're done. Here, I got a ring in my back pocket. Like, let me propose too. At this.
How
no,
cute would that be
not in
though if you guys
moment.
both had the same idea at the same
Okay.
moment?
Would be cute.
That
I did
happened.
see a video like that, but it was like a lesbian couple. So it was two girls, and they were like on vacation, and one of them like turned around and she was on her knee, and the other one was like, "Wait, what?" And she pulled out her pocket, the ring too, and then they
Dang.
like they were both planning to
Yeah.
propose during that trip.
That's so cute.
And they were just waiting for the right moment, and one was ready, and the other one was like, "Wait, what?"
Like, I was gonna do this tomorrow, but here's the ring.
Aw.
So, one of the guys I dated actually wanted me to propose to him.
Did he tell you that?
Yes.
How did that make you feel? Did it give you the ick?
It did because honestly, it did because I'm old school. I like
Yeah.
more
the
traditional.
a lo antiguo, and I think he had said it to me at one point, and then said it to me in front of his family and his mom.
Oh,
Weird.
what did they say?
And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind, like, if she proposed to me, why can't she just propose to me?" And I was like, "If I have to propose to you, that would be no." I was like, "Most definitely not." And everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I'm just old school. It's the guy supposed to be the other way. Like, that's
Like, if
how
you
it's
want
supposed
me
to
to
be."
do that, then you don't know me well enough.
Yeah.
You're
Apparently.
gonna be waiting a long time.
I was like, "If I have to propose to you, honestly, I'm like, that's a B move."
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like for Hispanics we're very traditional.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't see myself proposing to a man.
Yeah.
If a guy asked me for me to propose, that he would want me to propose to him, I don't know how I can move on.
I honestly get them as like,
I
if
would
I
definitely
have
get
to
the ick.
propose, I'd rather propose to a woman if that's how you're gonna act. And everybody was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like, cause I wouldn't mind it, but it's also not something that I would expect.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't expect
Yeah.
my girlfriend to propose to me.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird.
But it wouldn't give you the ick if a girl proposed to
Because
you.
I just see it
Nah.
like this: like,
It doesn't bother me.
if the woman has to propose, how manly can you be? I mean, no offense to the guys, but like, you know,
Yeah, for your
I don't know,
taste
for
too,
my
because that's
taste,
what
for
you
my-
want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's different.
If you want to
So, yeah.
if you're a girl, you want to propose to your
By all
boyfriend,
means.
go do it. Do it.
By
Go
all
ahead. Go
means.
ahead.
But we see who wears the pants in the relationship. Anyhow,
Okay, so we started this last week with our guest, and so it's going to be questions related to topics we've talked about on the pod before. And you've listened to every episode, I'm assuming.
yes, I have.
What
Actually.
color is my underwear?
That episode hasn't come out yet.
She's like, trick question, you don't wear underwear.
Brown. They were away when you bought them.
Ew, David.
So So they're easy questions, and
Okay.
you can go in as much or little detail in any answers as you want.
Okay.
So starting off
Pop
easy.
quiz.
Bagel versus donuts.
Oh gosh.
This is the easy
She's
one.
thinking too much.
That's what we thought, and then it ended up
Yeah.
not being so easy.
I would say donuts.
Yeah.
Lydia,
Let's go.
why?
Because I have a sweet tooth.
All right.
One more to the light
Okay.
side.
Number 2, your favorite fast food restaurant.
Favorite fast food? Wendy's.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's
Ooh,
good.
that's a good,
That's a good
solid
que-
choice.
that's a good-
It's never disappointed me.
Mhm.
That's true.
And they always get the order right and fast.
Yeah. And they're organized.
Yeah.
Their stuff goes in the spots it should be on.
And it's
Yes.
never frozen.
And
Yeah,
the square.
Fresh,
And
never
it's
frozen.
square.
And like the sea salt fries, delicious.
Oh, their
Oh,
new
yeah, the new
fries.
fries.
are
Yeah,
so
the revamped
good.
fries,
Mhm.
way
Also,
better than their old ones.
They have regular nuggets and they got spicy,
spicy.
nuggets.
They do.
That is a good.
I'm not a
Clutch
nugget
factor.
person, but my kids, yeah.
The 4 for $4. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
can't go wrong with that deal.
Or the
Yeah.
biggie bag.
The biggie bag.
Mhm, the
for
biggie
sure.
bag. That's my go-to now. Okay, number 3. What would be your death row meal?
Tacos dorados. It's my favorite.
Ooh.
Because, like, I would probably be like the seafood place, like endless. Like, just bring them until, like, I get completely full.
What is it?
Like, tacos dorados?
Mm-hmm.
Homemade fried tortilla. Like, you put the ground beef in it and then you fry it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
They're, like,
you open it
crunchy.
up and stuff in, like, lettuce, tomato, onion, sour cream, and
Oh.
homemade salsa. And it's delicious. I'll
Sounds
have
good.
to make it sometime
Any
for
drink
y'all.
Yeah, I was
with
gonna
that?
say, damn, I'm in the mood.
Sounds so good.
What'd you say?
Any drink with that. Pina colada.
Pina
Mhm.
colada. Any dessert?
Or, cheesecake. For sure.
All right. Number 4. Would you rather be in a coma for 5 years or jail for 5 years?
I do like my sleep, so. That one's tough.
I picked jail.
I think I would pick jail. Let me tell you why. Because I have experience with people who've been in jail. And it makes me really mad. Because here I'm going to dive in.
Okay.
You're taking me back to my traumas. But so, for example, I'm a single mom of 3. 2 of them have a dad who was in jail for 12 years. And what pissed me off was he got a roof over his head. He doesn't have to pay mortgage or rent. He got, for sure, 3 meals a day, whether he liked them or not. Like, you
was
don't have
fed.
to. He didn't even have to cook them. So he's getting his meals. They're getting educated. Like, you're in jail. Why aren't you sending these a-holes to war or whatever?
I mean,
or,
she's not
or
wrong.
picking up the garbage or doing all the shitty jobs that nobody wants to do, but you chose to break the law. Now, do something that's beneficial to the environment or
To
the
society.
city or anything. No, they're getting educated. A free gym membership.
True. Come out swole.
And on top of it, an emotional support dog that they could train dogs. So now you even have a pet. While I'm
Bro, I
over
don't
here
even
working
got
2 or
that.
3 jobs, no child support. I make too much money to get any assistance, and you're over here in uniform, clean every day. You don't even have to clean your uniform. Like, I'd rather just be in jail. Like, if I even told one of my friends at work, because we were tired of working overtime, and I said, and she was a lesbian, so I said, I have a perfect plan for us. And she's like, what? I was like, if we rob a bank and get away with it, we have money. We're good. We're set.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't, we're still set because we'll have a roof over our head, 3
Be in
meals.
jail.
We'll get educated.
Have a
And
pet.
you know how many girls you would have in there? So it's a win-win for you. It's just like, I can't with you no more. But I mean, that's a really good idea.
You're like,
You get educated, you only go in there, 10, 15 years, you come back out, get with a degree for free?
Ooh, and new chicks coming in
For
every day.
bruh. I mean, that's basically what we said on our pod. I was like, 5 years, I'm going to get a degree while I'm there. I'm in
Yeah.
college again.
Some people do get their bachelor's or a master's. Well, who
Yes.
pays for that? Do we pay for
We
that?
think
pay
so,
for
probably.
that.
Hell.
They're not paying for that.
They get
And Biden
everything
doesn't
for
even
free.
want to forgive me for my 20K. Damn.
Right, Papa Biden. Sleepy Joe.
So that gets me mad. But then I'm like, realize I was like, if I had to choose that, yeah. If I'm gonna go in as a bad person but come out 10 times better, girl, put me in jail. I even come out looking better because I work out all the time.
Got
Who
nothing
knows?
else to do but work out.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think you would make someone your bitch in jail, or you would be someone's bitch?
I don't know. A lot of people get scared of me because they said I have a resting bitch face, so they probably wouldn't even mess with me. But if you look past that, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
She's like, peace sign.
So that's what got me thinking. I was like, I don't know if I could do that because I'd probably be the big baby bitch.
The big baby bitch.
Well, you're so tall. You just got to walk in there
Yeah.
like...
Punch the strongest person in the face
well,
on the
maybe
first
not
day.
that. Maybe not that. But just look, like, hold your shoulders up back and, like,
or
look
just
big.
look all scary, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't shower for weeks, so no one wants to touch me.
Okay. Okay. I feel like they would force you to shower at some point.
Wash me.
Watch you or wash you?
Both. And then tummy time after.
Was that the last question?
No, last question. I think I already know the answer, though. Arby's, yay or nay?
It's not my preference,
Uh-huh.
but if like there's no other options, I would still get it.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's more complex.
It's just also like Taco Bell is it's not my first option. But if
Okay,
it's the
Please
only thing
tell
that's
me you did not just compare Taco Bell with Arby's. How dare you?
but the thing is like it's not my to-go spots. But if it's the only thing that's open or if that's where everybody's going, I guess I could choose something out of the menu.
If your two only options were Taco Bell and Arby's, and you're really hungry, which one are you gonna go to?
I would probably choose Taco Bell.
Okay, good.
I thought you were going to say Arby's.
Got your
Sweating.
priorities
And
straight.
get the Arby's curly fries. No.
Okay,
No, that
okay,
would be
that's
fine.
fine. That's fine. That's
okay.
acceptable.
You still chose Taco Bell.
But I did choose Taco Bell. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good.
I mean,
I want to say.
and I do drink Monster, so does that make me an Arby's person?
We didn't
maybe.
prove that theory.
We haven't proved that one.
Yeah.
That one was debunked.
Although every single time I see a person with a Monster, I'm like, "Do you like Arby's?"
And
What
Just
did they
because
say?
of that, they're like, "It's okay." I'm like, okay. But it'll be somebody from work that I don't really talk to. I'm like,
Yeah.
question, do you like Arby's? I'm like, why?
You're like, are you
Never
gonna
talked to
bring
me
in
before.
Arby's?
Why are you asking me these questions?
We
I'm
like,
just
you know
wondering.
that girl
For research.
down on the second floor that wonders if you like Arby's?
the strangest thing just happened to me.
It's like, yeah, I know that girl.
Some
She
girl
asked me
literally
too.
just came up to me and asked me if I liked Arby's,
And then she left.
and then she left.
It's like, yeah, she did the same thing to me.
Well, do we want to go into the other topics we had?
Yeah, I think we should jump into today's topic.
We were playing 20 questions in the car, Oscar.
Yeah.
It was so annoying.
Why?
Because Sam.
She's bad at the
No,
game.
because Sam asked me, like, is this animal a mammal? And I said,
I
forgot-
didn't ask that.
Yes, she did, because I remember later on she was like, it's not a mammal. And then later on she was like, I never asked that. I was like, yes, you did. Just trying to make me like a liar, look like a liar.
Well, did she get the answer?
Yeah. But so did I.
We all won all the games, okay? All right. The one topic that I wanted to talk about this week was being petty. And if you've had any petty situations happen to you or things that you did to other people that were petty. And if you can't think of anything, I came up with a couple petty scenarios and I want to hear what you would do.
Ooh.
Actually, I do
Okay.
remember we did talk about this earlier in the week, and I kind of like blew it out of my mind because I'm like, I cannot think of anything.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not a petty person.
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, can you give an
I think the
example?
older you get, the less petty you be because you look back and see how childish it is.
Yeah.
Or you ever work next to a person that is so petty that it just gives you the ick because how childish they look, especially you're old enough to know better and
Mhm.
you're
Right,
still
we're all
being so
adults.
petty. So
Right. It makes you think like, oh, if I'm petty and I know I'm being petty, it must come off so.
I was like, do
Icky.
I look like that?
Right.
Yeah. Give us one example.
I'm trying to think of one.
Okay, well, I heard these are kind of like heard from just people on the internet, and this girl said there was someone that she didn't like, so she took a book that they were reading and ripped out the last few pages so they couldn't find the ending. So they couldn't read the ending.
Dang, but they wouldn't know until they got to the end.
Yeah, and they wouldn't know until they got to the end of the book. What
That's
if someone
pretty
did that to
petty.
you?
I'd be annoyed, but I'd probably go to the library just to read those last 2 pages.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find it on Google.
Was this a thing they told you guys at your universities, like, or like some, I don't know, you would go in and they'd be like, I would hear about it like in pre-med or engineers, where if you try to check out a book, sometimes students would rip out pages to like give themselves a leg up compared to their classmates or something.
What?
That's messed
That's
up.
messed up.
crazy.
Is that just a Ivy League mindset type thing? Because
I've
Sounds
never
like
heard
tell
of
us
that.
about. I mean, not in my major, y'all be easy, but we were more collaborative than we were competitive. But you would just hear murmurs about that around campus sometimes. Like, what the heck? Y'all care that much?
Yeah,
to, like,
that's wild.
That's petty.
No, my school was traditional. If you were trying to get a leg up, you were using your phone to cheat on tests.
Bruh.
I don't think I would do it. And if it was done to me, I would just.
It'd be so annoying though, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd be
I'd
I
be
would
like,
never
are
do
you
that.
serious? I did just see that. What's that girl that was married to Johnny Depp?
Amber
Amber
Heard.
Heard.
At her, when she was doing Aquaman,
Mm-hmm.
she wouldn't give Jason Momoa any attention, and he's like such a goofball. So on her free time, she would read a book. So he made it to where he would rip pages of her book just to get under her skin because she wouldn't entertain his goofiness. So he would go rip pages off her book.
To get attention.
Yeah.
But it's Jason Momoa, so
Yeah,
anything
like,
he does
I don't know. I
he's
mean,
the
still be
goat.
annoying.
He could do that to me anytime. You know? Let me tell you.
Rip any page on my book.
So talking about books, it was so funny because your sister went to Mexico with me and Elisiana, and we went to eat. Fast forward on the drive back home, Elisiana said, oh, so I'm going to steal a page out of Sari's book, but like a phrase that she used to always say.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarai was like, you ripped a page out of my book? What book? My passport? That's a federal offense.
Dude.
We were dying. Berta almost like she was driving. She's like, my eyes are watering. I'm driving here. But like Sarai, like we were laughing so hard that we couldn't explain to her what Elisiana meant. And
Just
she
guys
was
say it.
It's
kept
like
going.
a
She's
phrase.
like, I am telling my mom. And she's like, what do you mean? She's panicking in the back of the seat like, what do you mean? I mean, that's my passport. That has to be a federal offense. And we're dying. And she's like, no, it's a phrase. And we had to explain it to her. She's like, oh, I was about to say.
She for real said, I'm telling my mom.
I'm gonna call my mom.
So that was really, really funny.
That's hilarious.
I think she's like, that's a federal ID. That's a
Felony.
You're going to jail.
You're going
You're
to
going
jail.
to jail.
Yeah, we're in Mexico, but just you wait till we get back to the States. I'm sending your ass to the
Well, I am
slammer.
free. I really can't think of anything that I've done that was petty.
Well, when I was in Spain, right? I don't know. Have I talked about this on the pod?
About Spain?
Yeah. Well, just like
When
I
you
had.
left your girlfriend on the bus?
Huh?
Huh?
Well, yeah, I did that. That wasn't petty. That was just me being dumb. But I had a roommate, right?
Yeah, that didn't like you.
Yeah. And so, did I already talk about this on the pod?
You've talked about it before, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I was just going to say, like, the petty... I mean, it wasn't really me initiating it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was probably one of the pettiest things that happened to me. It was, like, we're literally in the same living zone,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just, like, being ignored as if I didn't exist. And so I
Yeah.
kind of did it back just out of respect, but...
Out of respect.
So I guess, is it really petty?
Out of respect to the pettiness.
Yeah, because I would be like, oh, hey, at first I didn't know that's what was going on. And I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
hey, what's up? Well, and then I was like, oh, wait.
He's ignoring me.
Like, walked right past me. I was like, oh, my gosh. How could you? But then whatever, I got over it. But this was like 2 or 3 months worth. Like, we still had so much left to the trip.
Talking about pettiness, what Pickles Bill's menu did bring to my attention. I said, if someone pissed me off and wants to take me out to eat, that's exactly where I would go.
Ooh.
And they get the endless,
The all you can eat.
lobster. And they'll be like, you don't even like lobster. I don't care. You're paying for it.
Did you guys see that thing on Twitter that happened the other day? Where it was like this girl, like she did a TikTok and it was like so cringy. She's like, so this guy wanted to take me out and I've been ignoring him. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out with him anyway. So we went to my spot where we order oysters and they have the oyster special. I ordered 4 platters of the oysters. She ate 48 herself. Ate 48 oysters. Then they were going out for drinks. She ordered that and she ordered an entree as well. And then the guy ended up walking out.
And leaving her with the bill.
With the bill. And she's like, are you really just going to walk out? He's like, I asked you out for drinks. You ordered 48 oysters.
No, honestly, that's valid.
Yeah, that's so valid of him to like leave.
Because she only did that to take advantage.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Also,
that's
like,
petty.
So
And
inconsiderate.
she made it take, she was like literally like slurping them.
How did she eat that many oysters? That's so many. You would get sick of the
Yeah.
flavor after like the 10th one.
Right. Unless
yeah.
you're obsessed with them.
She must have been but it was a topic
know.
for like 3 days on Twitter. I'm like, first off, how do you fit that many oysters inside of you?
That would be so expensive. Wow.
I would have done what the guy did. I would have just left.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
After like the second round she ordered, or third round, I'd be like, I gotta go.
Like, are you paying
I'm not
for
staying
that?
here anymore.
Like, I'm not paying for
I
it.
didn't even share. He's over there with his one drink. He's like, I'll Venmo you if you want, but I'm not staying for
The
that.
only time where it's acceptable to ghost someone.
And imagine the guy, he was probably all excited. Oh, she finally said yes. We're going out for drinks.
Aw.
What a bitch.
Well, I'm glad he like took a stand and he was like, I'm not gonna put up with this.
Yeah.
I wonder if it took like the third platter. He's like, yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Pobrecito. No, actually he's fine now.
He's good.
He's good.
But
Yeah, he's better off.
no one.
No one.
Yeah, it's fine.
La
Alright.
maldita.
I can't think of a time where I'm being petty, but I can think of times where people are being petty to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you got?
Can you
Anytime I'm playing Settlers of Catan,
Oh,
I feel like it doesn't
my
matter if
God.
it's friends or family, because I try to play to win, and then sometimes I would make a move where it, like someone feels like I'm targeting them, and I'm like, that just looked like the best move for me, and then it's like, now I know at least 1 or 2 people are gonna be like targeting me because of that one move.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. I'd be attacking Oscar. Well, I'm just like, he's the best at the game. He's always gonna win. We should all just never help him and make it as hard as possible for him.
No,
That's
it.
petty.
Settlers of Catan is literally the game of pettiness. Not the game of life, the game of petty, because when I know I'm not winning, I'm like, I just choose a person that pissed me off that game. And I'm like, I'm going to use all my resources to block you from winning. I don't care if I lose.
So I remembered, I believe this is petty. Correct me if I'm wrong. So at work, imagine the parking as an L shape.
Okay.
You know? And when the corner parkings were one car here, they had enough space so I could back up right into that corner. So I parked in that corner, but the person on one side always left for lunch to take her dog out, and she did not like me. And so I went to McDonald's that day to get lunch. When I came back, she moved closer to the corner so I couldn't park into my spot anymore. And so I would have to go all the way down where there's like no spaces, because everybody else technically respects the spot that you were in if you left and come back. So I had to go all the way down. And I was like, okay. And I was like, why would you do that? And she said, oh, I didn't know you were going to come back. I'm like, you didn't know I was going to come back after lunch?
Right.
to
Why would I
work?"
just leave for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
And all I said, I was like, don't get mad when that shit happens to you. She's like, okay. And the next day, I parked in the back because she leaves for lunch every day. So when she left for lunch, I took her spot.
That's petty.
And
You
so
were
she
right.
had to
Had a
park
button.
all the way in the
Petty.
back. And she came in storming. She's like, you're so childish. I'm like, I thought you said, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody dislikes her because she's that type of person that just tries to get under your skin. So then the guy that worked in my department, he put her name and my name, and she said, 1 for me and 0 for her. And he was walking all over the shop like that. And I was like,
Dang, just rubbing it in.
Just rubbing
Yeah.
in
but
the
she was
pettiness.
so heated and so mad. She went to the manager, and the next day we had a meeting about nobody has assigned seats. And even though that was her spot for like 15, 20 years that she worked there, they marked those spots to not park there anymore, like that whole square in the corner.
Just like nobody can park there now.
So she tried to fix a situation where she could keep her spot and ended up losing it permanently.
Dang, take that.
So I guess I win.
Justice served.
Yep.
That reminds me of a Reddit post I seen where this person parked in a spot, and they parked a little bit like too far to one side.
Yeah.
So it was awkward for the next person to park there. But like they had a small enough car that they could park there. And then the first person got mad because they're like, I purposely parked like that so no one would park next to me. And it's like, bro, you're not making yourself look better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for people who have a brand new car, or they don't want nobody like touching their car at all.
Yeah.
So they want that extra space around them.
But like that's not how it works. You
No.
can't just park between two
Lines,
spots.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've noticed at the grocery store that I shop at recently that someone will park diagonally between 2 spots. And I've seen it like 2 or 3 times. So I'm thinking it's like a worker or something. And their car is like not, it doesn't justify it. So it's like, why are you parking like that?
You look like a fool.
So do you have petty situations?
Yeah, I say it seems like we don't have many petty things, so I'll just run through the other petty situations I have. There's only really 2 left, and they're similar. So this one is messing up a person's spot in a series that they're streaming. So like if they're on episode 3, you skip ahead to episode 7 and a different season, and like it just messes up their spot.
So the girl who worked next to me that I found to see her very childish, she was mad because she kept bullying one of the coworkers, and he's not all there, so it's like everybody knows, and like they just go with the flow. And she kept messing with him, so to the point that he's scared to ask her for anything.
Oh.
And when he did, she like wouldn't move to give her what he needed. And I said, look, you could take any of mine, like go ahead and grab them. And she's like, I said he could grab mine. I was like, yeah, but you're not making it any easier for him, and you've been bullying him all morning. Then no wonder he doesn't even feel comfortable talking to you, and then you wonder why he thinks you're mean. And she got really, really quiet. And I had just started watching the series You, the 2nd season. And before she got up, she looked at me and told me the ending. And I was like, I literally just told you I started with episode 1.
That's petty. Spoiling
That's
the ending
so
of a show.
bad.
On top of that, she went around telling everybody, guess what I just told her? Guess what I just told her?
I feel like that makes her look bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, then I don't have to waste my time watching a whole series now.
She's just going around the building.
Yeah.
Look how shitty I am.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but everybody knew how she was, so I was like,
Like I can't see anyone being, oh, you go, girl. It's more like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will purposely avoid watching a show if I know someone else that's using the same account is watching it, because I don't want to mess it up. I'm like,
Oh,
I'll just wait till
okay.
they're done and then I'll watch it.
Well, yeah, but this is if someone does it on purpose. Like they're doing it on purpose to mess you up.
Wait, then I don't understand the question.
Because it's
It's not a
petty.
question. It's just a petty situation.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying I would never do it.
Oh, you just.
yeah.
Okay, but if it
Okay.
was someone you didn't like, would you mess up their spot, like on the show they're watching?
No, I
Because it's
wouldn't.
like a small crime against them, you know?
Right, it's just like a nuisance of like 10, 15 minutes until they find it again.
Obviously, if it's like someone's letting you borrow their Netflix and you like them, you're not going to mess up their spot. That's just rude. But
Yeah.
it's like a thing to be petty if someone you don't like.
Actually, I might, just because it's a small thing. Like if I didn't like them and I was at their house for whatever reason, or I had access to their account, I might not do it. But if they had done something that day that kind of annoyed me, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me go back to episode 1.
Yeah. On a similar note, this situation is starting random shows on someone else's streaming account so that it messes up their algorithm
Dude.
and shows up on their continue watching.
Yeah. No, that's really petty, I feel like, because
That one's too much work. I wouldn't do it.
the algorithms are getting so
Tailored.
focused. Yeah, that
Mhm.
can really mess them up and then to readjust it.
I
And
feel
the
like
worst is on your continue watching, you can't like remove it
Yes,
from
you
that.
can't remove it from your continue watching on a lot of the platforms.
So
you can on Max. It's nice.
Oh, for real?
You
Yeah.
can on Hulu on your phone, but not on the TV. That's weird.
I haven't seen on the TV.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing on Max. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on the laptop, but not on
Oh, I don't
the.
even know you
Not
can
on
do
the
it.
TV,
On
on
TV.
the control.
Good to
Someone-
know.
I think the only one that would actually be worthwhile doing it is on YouTube. I feel like the others are a little annoying, but eventually they'll just be at the end. But YouTube, if you like watch a bunch of random stuff, then YouTube's just recommending you that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and that's what I watch most of. So I think that's why I feel like that would be super, super petty.
I think I couldn't do it just because it'd be too much work. Like to try to click on a bunch of things and mess it up.
I guess.
Depends on how mad the person made me.
I think it depends on the person.
You guys just gave me ammo because that's something that would hurt me. So now
If
I
it
know
was
what
a
to
girl
do.
that took my spot and I took hers, I would definitely go into her stuff and just
Fuck her shit up.
I hope you like watching Coco Melon because you're gonna be watching that on your front
No.
page for the next 8
I
months.
would make her whole thing like it was Spanish, and she'll be like, "Why is my Netflix all in Spanish?"
Ooh, that's a good
A
one.
whole nother language.
Mhm.
So I just thought of this. So when I was like, in school and all my friends were on like social media, every now and then someone would get like hacked. Like you're on your friend's account and you make a post and you're like, David's the coolest guy ever. And I always thought those were like pretty dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if you really want to mess with them, go into random people's accounts and just like all their posts, like all their pictures. Because then the next time they see them, be like, hey, why'd you like all my pictures?
Dude, that is petty. Holy cow! Because the other hacking is so obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just a joke.
And it's like
Yeah.
you don't know that you liked all those like
Yes,
posts.
like
Right.
there's no way of tracing what you already
Yeah.
liked or knowing someone else did that on your account.
Or just going on someone's like photo from 7 years ago on like 4 different
Oh my
people.
god, that
That would be
happens, and
so.
I feel like that's so creepy.
It's so
Ooh,
cringe
It'd
when it
be so
happens.
bad on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, when you're scrolling far back and you're trying your hardest not to double tap.
I'm like, weirdo.
Or even on Facebook now, because you know how like if you comment or like something, sometimes it
From the
re-pops up
memory.
on the
Oh, it
timeline.
does,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, that'd be so cringe.
All right, I think that's enough pettiness. Let's move on to he's a 10, but
Okay.
so you might have seen videos or TikToks with this concept, but basically we're going to read off listings and say he's a 10, but he has this negative quality, and then everyone else can say
Chime
what
in.
rating they would put him at instead.
Ooh.
So he's a 10, but he has bad breath.
Oh.
He's a 5. No, he's
3.
a 4.
3.
But is he a good dancer? Is the question.
Ooh, nuance.
Yes.
That's what makes him a 10.
No,
I
because he's
would
also
make him a
hot. He's
7.
hot and a
Yeah.
good dancer, bad breath.
7.
7.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll put her down to 7.
Yeah.
7?
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
really
go to,
high.
I'm gonna go to 6. I could teach them to brush their teeth.
Fine.
But there's some stuff like, let me tell you,
Oh gosh.
this guy asks me to dance all the time when I go to bailes. And he's a really good dancer, but like he has terrible breath.
We knew someone like
Sometimes,
that in
sometimes it's not
college.
even like your
And
oral
it's not
hygiene.
it's
Sometimes
either
like-
your
It's from your
cavities
stomach.
or your stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I will go get drinks just so he could take a shot.
To
and
clean up his breath.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
And there was no helping it.
Oof.
I'm sorry. He's a 4 for me.
I'm
But
going
he's a really
3.
good dancer, so
See,
I
'cause-
had to suck it up.
Because I'm not going to like it's not like an ick to me or something. It's just like, you know what? If I get to know you a little bit better, maybe I'll bring it up. Hey, so your breath be kicking sometimes.
If you brought that up to me, I would just be. I can't ever see this guy ever again.
So
Yeah.
embarrassed.
So if you
Yes.
have bad breath, you don't want us to tell you?
I would want you guys to tell me if I have
I
like
wanna be
super
told.
bad breath all the time. I would want you guys to tell me.
Okay. But not, if it's just a one-off, that's fine.
Do I have bad breath?
No.
Mm-mm.
Not that I can remember.
Would you guys want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know. Because I don't think you would tell me in a nice way.
Just be like, your breast's kicking.
What gets me is like, do you not have somebody trustworthy or someone that loves you and cares for you, or a family member to remind you, like, dude, brush your teeth or go get that checked out, like your
Right.
breath stinks.
But the thing is, like, you're not always talking to people, like, real close that you can smell their breath.
Sometimes it radiates, though.
Yeah, if it's like that bad.
Yeah.
See, that's
That's a
why
problem.
I'm like non-confrontational. So I would just try to avoid the person. So that's why I'm like 3. I'm just gonna just try to
Just
if I
moving on. They're just off my, like, potential list.
yeah,
You just
especially if it's someone. I mean, if it's a she or whatever. If I'm trying to kiss them,
There's
Tough.
definitely no kissing. Like, I'm a
No.
big kisser, and if your breath stink, no way.
You gotta subconsciously tell them, like, you just pull out a pack of gum and you're like, oh, you want one?
I was training a guy that he had terrible breath, like, and he would come up, I have a question, and like he would spit to it. I'm like,
That was my blind date.
oh
That was
yeah,
like
that
our
was
catfish
rough.
date.
we had to fire him.
Oh my god. Not
Because
because
of
of
that?
breath, though.
Is that petty of me to figure out a way to get him fired just because of its bad breath?
Well, yeah. Did that actually happen? Is that
Yes.
why?
But don't confirm it.
That we're not confirming,
Confirm
but
it.
it would be petty if
Edit.
that did happen.
Yeah, side eye.
Side eye.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the only reason. So.
Yep, there was another reason. That wasn't the reason.
Yep. Moving on. Who wants to go next?
She's a 10, but she doesn't use her blinkers.
Turn signals.
She's still
4.
a 10.
I'm 4.
It's so annoying. So it's so annoying.
I think it's annoying too.
Okay, what's yours?
If she's not using the blinkers.
I'm gonna go down to an 8.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe not 4.
Yeah,
Like,
4's the
stick
big
by
one.
your guns.
I think I'm going with the 7 as well.
6.
Like I'm gonna notice it every single time.
No, meet in the middle. 5.
I had someone that always noticed.
Actually, I'm going down to 6 because I'm gonna notice every single time.
He's like, I'm not gonna get over it.
Lydia, what's your rating?
She said still a 10.
I'm still a
10?
10.
Okay, I was gonna say I think she's still a 10 because she's still hot.
What about he?
She's still
hot.
she's still a 10 because if it bothers you that much, then you drive because she's a 10.
Yeah.
Gladly. It's
As
a
long as he
10
doesn't
until you're an hour late to your thing because she get in an
And if
accident.
he's a 10, I wouldn't mind reaching over and turning it on for him. If you know what I mean.
Like if there's no traffic and they're merging or they're turning and there's no cars, like I don't care too much. But if they're like merging and they like cut someone
on
off,
highways,
I'm like, bro,
and everyone's going
are you
60 miles,
serious?
like 70 miles per hour.
I
like,
don't
bro.
do that.
Like they're at the stop and they like turn while there's a car zooming right down. Like you could have gave them a signal.
Let me turn your signal on, baby.
I think the only one that's really annoying is if you're going in opposite directions and you both are supposed to turn where you could,
Yes.
but you don't have a blinker, so you're
you
like,
don't know.
Waiting for them.
And then they turn.
and they
Yes.
turn, and you're like, we could have turned together, but now I gotta wait for the whole traffic to pass by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
that's what
annoying.
annoys me the most.
Two
Is that
left
is,
turns
is that
towards each other.
if you were to honk at someone that did that, are you the asshole in that situation for honking at them?
I feel
But
like
if they're going the
Nah.
opposite way, how are you honking at
I
them?
feel like they'd be too far gone for you to honk.
Oh
at.
no,
Yeah.
like if they're mid-turn.
They're,
I've
like,
thought about it.
turning
I've never
in.
done
Oh,
it, but like to honk
Mm.
at them, like maybe plant the seed in their head. Like
I
maybe I should
literally
use my
would just be
blinkers
like,
more.
seriously, so they could kind of see.
Yeah, I think
but-
it's
I always go like
not
this.
as big of an aggression for honking. Like honking is too far.
I wish I had like a Tesla or something where you could adjust the honk, so I could make one that's like, use your turn signals or something like
I
that.
hate
That'd be
when
sick.
people honk. Unless you're Don Peter, honk all you want. But do not beep when you
pulling up.
pull up and you're outside. Do not beep to hurry up. Do not, beep.
Yeah.
You beep because you're driving next to me. You want to say hi. I swear to God.
Dang, one of her pet peeves.
Yes, that's one of my biggest pet
He's a 10,
peeves.
but he honks all the time.
He's a -5.
See, now we're starting to understand the turn signals for Oscar and I. No.
Same similar.
Not that
idea.
bad, not that bad, but yeah, I don't like to honk all like that. I always it's the worst. It's like when you get in an argument and you have a good argument after the argument.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, dang, I should have honked back
Yeah,
there.
I hate those situations when I miss the chance to honk at someone because like they were so blatantly in the wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, dang. Now they're not gonna learn from that.
Right. I'm like, I'm trying to teach you how to drive. Anyway.
See, like I never think of it because I'm always like, I'm trying not to get hit.
Yeah, and then afterwards you're like, I could have honked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is like, imagine if they get road rage because like
Right. Scary.
there's some crazy
Crazy
people
people.
out there.
Yeah. They get out of their car and come to your window and they yell at you. And you're like, please leave me alone. Didn't mean to. I thought I was going to go that way, but the snow said this way.
He's a 10, but he gets road rage.
Negative 20.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
-5. Yeah.
Unless he's in the right to be mad, I get
But
it.
he does it all the time.
Right. It's in the right all the
Yeah.
time.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He's a 10, but he sweats a lot. He's a sweater.
He's a 20.
Just a sweater.
They always
Sweater
got
weather.
pit stains.
Huh?
Oh,
They
like,
always got pit stains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and those people always wear gray shirts.
And
Why?
like they carry,
They do.
and they have to like
The
pat
silk ones.
their
Oh.
forehead in
button
the
down.
summer.
Like Drake and Josh sweat, like when he's
Like
on the
sweat, like pretty sweaty.
when he's on the news.
It's like,
like twitching.
drinking water. It's like so much.
Like 5 or 6, I think, for me.
But if he's so hot.
He's really hot.
He's so hot, he's sweating.
so hot,
I'm
he's
gonna
sweating.
say 7.
Yeah,
gonna go-
I'm going with 7.
5.5.
Is it stinky sweat?
No,
Like I could
Okay,
get
it's just
past
wet.
it.
it's just wet.
What'd you say, Oscar?
So I'd go with 7. It's
Yeah.
like sometimes they
yeah,
can't deal with like
yeah, I'll go
it's
with
not their
7 too.
fault.
I gotta be understanding. I do be getting sweaty, so
I mean,
I
when you're
don't.
at
be
the baile
hypocritical.
and there's no AC, everybody's sweating.
No, but he
Yeah.
just like
Like
He's
all
like
the
that
time.
all the time.
Yeah, all the
Sweaty all the
time.
time.
No.
maybe a 6. If I got a little girl, she's always sweaty. Dang. Get her.
I guess it also depends because like if they're like sweaty but they like put on deodorant and they like shower
Yeah,
regularly.
they still have good hygiene and they're
Yeah.
just unfortunately sweaty.
yeah.
Then I'd give
Manageable.
them like a benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but
for
if they're
that.
just like always smelly, I'm like, get out of here.
That's rough.
Okay,
Next one.
next.
He's a 10, but he never clips his toenails.
Ew, so they're just like long.
They're always just long.
They
or
just
broken.
eventually
he's a
or-
break.
2.
Okay, but how
Or-
often are you seeing his feet?
That's true.
Sam,
What if you
eventually
don't-
he's gonna
But
cut
if he
you.
never, then he must be in the World Series of
World
the longest
record?
nails on the
Ew.
record.
No, it's like because you know their shoes always their toenails are always broken.
Yeah.
Just
No.
crusty toenails.
See, I'm just thinking like from a guy's perspective, it's like, is she letting it grow out so she can paint it? Like, did she paint the whole thing?
Oh, for girls with long
Yeah.
toenails.
I feel like that is that a thing?
I've seen some girls with long toenails on purpose, but then they paint them. When they paint them, they don't look as
That's
bad.
right.
But if they're not painted, you're like, whoa, that's a long toenail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always curl. Oh. Ooh.
I'm not a fan of my feet. Never have been. And I don't show him as much. And if he doesn't either, he's still a 10 for me.
Right. That's what I was like. Well,
Okay,
also,
okay.
you're not gonna find this out until you're deep into dating them.
Are
See-
you,
Like, when am I
you
gonna see their
wearing
feet?
flip flops all the time? Then,
Oh, but that's
I mean,
what I'm saying. It's
you-
like,
Taking me to get a pedicure once in a while.
yeah, I knew this girl, and one time, like, I saw that she had like a scab on her shin, on her leg. I was like, oh my god, what did you do? She was like, oh, it's my boyfriend like cut me with his toenail. That's what I'm talking about.
So they gotta sleep with their socks on. They gotta sleep with the socks on.
Like that would give me an ick.
That is, yeah. If you're cutting me with your toenails, like that's so bad.
Cause yeah, like you're living, like
You're a
imagine
4.
you're living with this person and they're walking around barefoot all the time.
You just hear them
I
like
think
a dog paws when they're
I don't think they'd be that bad.
on the wood floor.
again, if you're living with the person and you love them, don't you think you have enough trust and open relationship to say,
Please cut your
Please.
toenails.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's just like a
But
new
if I
thing,
have to get to there,
if you
We
won't
need-
know until you're already there.
We need to talk about your toenails. I'm sorry.
now that
Yeah.
we're married,
You gotta clip them.
There's some changes
Dog.
that have to happen around here.
She's a 10, but does not change the trash, no matter how full or smelly it is.
she's at 20.
oh my gosh, I had a girlfriend that she was so lazy to take out the trash to the dumpster across her parking lot, she would just put the bags of trash in her closet.
What?
What?
That's wild.
She's
That's a
like,
3 right
when
there.
when I
still.
remember, I'll take them out to the dumpster if I head out or something. And I'm like,
She got
They're in the
dementia.
because she just took
closet.
out the garbage bag, put a new one, and I'm thinking, oh, she's going to go across the street, put it in a dumpster. She put it in the closet, you know, those closets that you hang up your coats next to the door. She put it there, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'll take it out later. I'm like, but that's not the only bag in there.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm
She's like, I
imagining.
know,
Is
I
there's
just-
multiple bags in
I
this
keep
closet.
forgetting until I put another one in there. And I'm just like, gross.
Like I
Hey,
could see if you
stink,
like
don't
if
it?
she had a guest over you and didn't want to do it at that moment, sure. But if there's other bags
There's, like,
already
4
in
bags
there,
in there.
wild. Also,
Yeah.
at first I thought you meant like a bedroom closet.
No.
It was like
Ooh, she
that's
goes
foul.
upstairs to the
That's
bedroom
foul.
and puts it in the
Yeah,
closet.
no. I was like,
Goes to another floor to put the trash. Oh.
what is going on?
So Marisol, do you do that? Do you never change the trash?
No, sometimes I change the trash, but David does it more often.
As I was,
Because you
They're
seem
still
pretty
nice.
excited. You're like, she's a 20.
Because I also hate. Also, I have trauma. Okay.
About changing the trash?
About changing the trash. Once upon a time, my brother would always like manipulate me to take out the trash, even though I wasn't supposed to do it when I was a young kid. I was a kid because I was like tiny. And in our apartment place, we had like this big dumpster. So whenever he would manipulate me to take out the trash, I could never get it up to the dumpster, so I would leave it on the bottom. Like I would leave it on the bottom outside the dumpster. And one time my mom got like a letter from the from management saying like, you guys need to stop doing this because then the raccoons come.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. And so my mom was like, don't make your sister take out the trash. My brother was like, yeah. He would still make me take out the
Wow.
trash, so I would have to do this like swing thingy.
Try to get it in there.
Yeah. For most part, I would be able to do it, but then one time I was taking out the trash, and I guess it had like glass in it, and I had it on my side because I would carry it like this,
Like Santa Claus.
and the glass cut my leg,
Whoa.
like my right leg, and it was really bad where you could see like my fat. Yeah, and I was so scared because I was like, my mom is gonna get so mad, and then she's gonna get mad at my brother that she's making me take out the trash. I was like, I think I'll just put a Band-Aid on it. I was like, and eventually it'll just close up. And then my mom came home and she saw that I had a Band-Aid. I was like, yo, yeah, I accidentally scraped myself. I don't know what I told her, but later on I would like that same day, a couple hours later, I checked on it. And like it just freaked me out how I could see like my fat. I was like, no, I gotta tell her. So I told her, and like she was so mad at me and my brother. She was mad at me for like keeping
Hiding
it
it.
from her. So I did go to the ER that night, and I got 6 stitches.
Whoa. Okay, that's pretty traumatic, actually.
Yeah. So next time I don't take the trash out. No, I'm just kidding. I just hate taking out the trash.
At least you didn't get garbage juice on you.
Again, old school. If the guy is not taking out the trash, then
But
what?
here's the thing. It's like, that I'm fine with that. Like, it's like fine if like, oh, that's the guy's chore.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if the girl's to the point where she refuses to take out the trash, I think that's a problem.
That's different, yeah.
That's different. Yeah. Like I don't mind if he's not there and it's already full.
She'd be an 8 or 9. I
Yeah,
could
she'd
look
still
past
be
that.
like an 8 or 9.
Yeah.
She's
I
a 20
agree.
on my book.
She
my
gets hotter
gosh.
because she can't take out the trash.
Traditional values, dang.
Okay, this is opposite way. He's a 4, but he buys you flowers every week.
He's a 8. He's an 8.
I don't care for flowers. 4.
Okay, no.
For
She's
you.
she's a 4, but she buys you McDonald's every week. Whatever you like, your favorite meal.
Oh,
She just
favorite
comes and
meal?
surprise you.
Or
She gives you
or-
she gives you a small gift every week.
gratifying gift. Okay.
I think I might go with the 5.
What if it's
Like
like
if
she
she's
brings
a
you
4.
Pokemon cards every week?
I think it's the 5.
What if
6.
she's a 4 and she puts gas on your car every week?
Oh.
Damn, she's paying for my gas. I'd be driving a lot, baby.
I think it's still a
Oh.
5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Because I feel bad. I'm like,
I love
you don't gotta be
flowers.
doing all that extra stuff for me.
But if that's all he's doing,
Well, that's just like all he's doing.
Right.
It's just the
one thing.
does that bump him up or
Yeah.
not?
If he's a
Yeah,
4,
maybe a
honestly, I would
5,
say like
6.
7.
5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 6. All right, he's a 10, but your parents hate him.
He's a 3. There's a reason why my parents hate him.
Yeah, I would say a 2 or 3. Parents always know something.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Let me tell you, I've
Yeah,
known
no.
that from experience way too far along. Too late.
Yeah, I might have to go down to like a 4.
Yeah, I think I'd go with like a 4, maybe 5. I don't know, something about being rebellious.
David?
I'm easily manipulated. She's probably still a 6. Y'all might not see me for a while, but
Oh
He's one
my
of those
God.
people that is like, my parents aren't marrying her, I'm marrying her.
I mean, we say that now, and then it's like he's fine.
Yeah, and then later down the road, you're like, they were right.
yeah, that's always the case.
Yeah. As long as your parents aren't like terrible people. My parents are not. So I feel like
That's
if
not
they hate
because
him,
it's like, is there ever, like, I guess it's always known in movies and everything that like you never get along with your in-laws.
Yeah.
Right. That's such a funny.
Well, now your kids are all like dating age now, high school and like grown. What are your thoughts on like couples they've had, or would you have thoughts on if they have a partner, or were you more like, you do you?
are you going to be a jealous mom?
Well, for Chiva, I'm not worried about her because she's really strong character. Good luck to that guy. Same with Paris. She doesn't look like she wants to date anytime soon. Like, no rush. Let me tell you, my boy. He's even told me, he's like, my friends are scared of you. I'm like, who? Ishmael? Levi? What? Like, your guy friends? He's like, no. The girls that are my friends. I'm like, as they should.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even sit by me, look by me. Like, I was like, so when he says, I'm going to go see a friend, and doesn't say, I'm going to go with Levi or someone, I know it's a girl. And I'm like, Mm-hmm. So that one's different. I don't know if it's because is the boy the only boy, or because he's also the youngest.
Yeah.
The baby boy.
I think it's both.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
My mom also has one boy, and he's her oldest. But I wouldn't say she's like a jealous mom. I think she's one of those mom, like, if you're happy with him, I'm happy for you.
I think I did make a TikTok with Chiva where I recreated it. It's like, this is how I'm doing it. I'm raising them where you have to meet up to their expectations, or else it's like you're not good enough for them, kind of a thing. So like I spoiled Antonio a lot. So good luck to the girl who could actually meet up to those expectations. So that's how I see it.
I think I was like more of a jealous person with my brother, because like I didn't hate my sister-in-law. I was just like, why?
Oh,
And my sister-in-law said that like she was like scared of me.
Oh, like the
As it
videos,
should.
it's like, I'm not scared to meet his parents, I'm scared to meet his sister.
That's how it is
That
with me
was
and
you.
Sadi. I feel like I've
was
had
me.
some of my partners be like, I feel like your sister doesn't like me. And I was like,
my sister-in-law said the same thing, and she was like,
And
I'm
you're
she
like,
loves you.
I'm actually kind of curious if the girls who want to talk to Antonio are more scared of me or his sisters,
Ooh, right.
because they're tough cookies.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I feel like you or Chivas like kind of have like the same personality. Maybe, I don't know. You guys are like outspoken. I feel like.
I think she's more outspoken.
Okay, maybe she's more outspoken than you, but like.
She's more of a fighter than a lover, and I'm more of a lover than a fighter.
I
I
can
think
see
that
that.
split when I gave birth
Yeah.
to her.
So maybe you both will feel
Let it
that way once your son starts dating, if he hasn't already.
No, he doesn't have an official relationship.
Situationships,
He's in situationships that I'm on,
aren't we all?
I think. Which is okay, because he's
Yeah.
only 16.
Yeah, he's still young.
So-
I'm gonna be like, you
So,
gotta shop
yeah.
around, my boy.
When he's,
Bruh,
Way
no,
too
he's still a
young.
child.
yeah. No, he's still a baby.
But I would just like to clarify that I love my sister-in-law now. She has given me two amazing nephews and a niece in the way.
I was about to say they're a 10, but you find their family annoying.
Ooh.
A 4 or 5.
Wow.
I mean, because
Depends on annoying, like mean annoying, or like just like
to make your life
Cringy,
miserable
annoying.
or what?
Right.
Because honestly, you gotta find someone where you feel comfortable because you're married into their family as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always tell, like, nowadays, a lot of people hold back, like, oh, I don't want to bring you around my family because it's not official yet.
Red flag.
No, bring him to the family. He needs to know what he's getting himself into. And if you don't feel comfortable bringing your significant other to your family, then that's your answer for that individual. Move on.
Yeah. What if like his family, they're nice, but they always make like small racist little remarks?
Oh,
That's so
no.
bad.
My
Like, ooh, you're so exotic.
my cousin
God.
recently got married, and we met his family, and he's white, and we met his family at the wedding they had, and one of their family members was just making like small little remarks, like she would sometimes say like, oh, like you people, and I think she also said something about like how you people like spicy food, or I don't know, it would just be like small little remarks. And then
Microaggressions.
yes, microaggressions. And my cousin, the bride, she came up to me. She was like, I'm so sorry. Like, he had a conversation, like, with her saying, like, not to, like, bring up any stuff like that or anything like that, but she's not listening. So I was like, it's okay.
As he was talking to them, she's like, wow, your English is so good.
No,
And
I'm
you're
pretty
like,
sure she said that. That was one of them.
whoa, yeah,
Like,
that one's
bro, I
rough.
went to high school, middle school.
You're
Here.
right. I've
What
lived
are you
here pretty much
talking
my whole
about?
life.
Your English is good too.
Yeah.
If their whole family is like that, that's like a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's just one aunt or
Right.
That's
If it's just
okay.
one person, you can
Like,
deal
you
with
could
it.
Silly
ignore
aunt,
one,
whatever.
Yeah.
If it's the whole family.
but not the whole army.
What if it's like the mom?
oh,
Ugh.
oh yeah, that's
tough.
that's still a 4, I think, because I'm gonna be seeing mama more often.
It depends. Is the dad keeping her in check?
Or like
Bruh.
trying.
And it also depends if your significant other is that close to their mother.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say. Like,
oh, yeah.
are they close to their mom or not? What if their family lives across the country and they never see them? Then it's like
Right.
not
Or they
as
don't
big of a
care
deal.
because it's
deal.
just,
Yeah.
you know.
Because, and I don't mean like he's
All
like telling her
depends.
what to do. I just mean like sometimes it's like one parent will kind of say things that like they don't think about, and then the other parent kind of does like the
Reels
damage
them-
control.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Reels them back in or damage control
I think they're
afterwards.
divorced, but I don't know. I don't remember. But like her husband, my cousin's husband, he's super nice. Like he's never made any remarks like that. So he's like completely different.
She's a 10, but she always has a little mustache.
How big? Like how long?
It's like notice not enough to be like you need to shave. Not like me,
That'd be-
but like
But like
Just
it
grow a
pricks you
mustache.
when you kiss her.
a little prickle, a little
No.
brush.
Why would it prick you?
Sometimes I'm like,
Let me tell you.
I prick myself.
Not me.
I think if it's like a little bit of lip hair, maybe like a 9 or an 8. But if it's enough where it's like I'm like standing on the other side of the room, like she has a mustache.
Yeah, it's like that.
No,
She
that's
has a
that's a 3.
mustache?
Oh yeah, if it's that bad, yeah, she's like a
Yeah.
4. But if it's just like lip hair that is noticeable if you're close,
Just close.
it's
Uh-huh.
okay. She's
Yeah.
like a 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I probably agree with that. All right, for the ladies, he's a 10, but his beard doesn't connect.
He's still a 10.
I mean, yeah, he's probably still a 10
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
looks that good.
Yep.
I mean, if he like his beard connects, then he's like an 11. But if it doesn't connect, that's fine. He's still a 10.
Mhm.
So I had one the other way. They're a 5, but they cook all your meals.
Oh, we had that one
Ooh.
too.
Oh yeah, I had. They're a 5, but they cook all my meals.
That's like an 8. at
That's an
least.
8.
Yeah.
I love when people cook my
Oh
meals.
yeah, that's an 8 for sure.
Yeah.
Now is he washing the dishes? I mite put him up to,
To
a
the
9,
10.
maybe 9.5. Ooh-wee.
He's taking out the trash after. Te mantiene all the way.
Yes, sir.
I have one. He's a 10, but he likes Arby's.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that
ask
one
her
too.
to say that one on the way.
I was
You're
gonna say, like,
obsessed
or
with
like-
Arby's.
Favorite
How much does he
restaurant.
like?
Like if it's their favorite restaurant.
Like every time he wants fast food, he craves fast food. He
Oh,
like
that's
wants
fine.
to go to
He can
Arby's.
get it.
Oh,
He's like, you're like, I don't gotta get it. That's
Like, you
true.
gotta
It's
come
not
with me.
affecting me.
Yeah.
Right?
He's not forcing me to go there. He could still be a 10.
Yeah.
He's a 7 to me.
I agree. 7.
Why, if she's a 10, she could get food there. You don't have to get food there.
But,
But
imagine
if-
she's always making you go out your way to go to Arby's.
But if
Oh no,
they're
you're
like,
making me go get
Yeah.
it. You're a 7.
if they're like,
I'm not going to get that for you.
it's just
I
like
will
I
not
gotta
be found there.
smell it every single time. You bring
she
it out.
smells
she
Oh,
smells like a
bad.
roast beef every time you kiss her.
Well, if it was any fast food at that point,
Yeah,
it would
that's
be
true.
really bad.
Well,
Okay.
roast beef.
If they're not making me get anything, fine. They're still a 10.
Look at a shake.
He's an 8, but he doesn't eat vegetables. Vegetables.
He's an 8 off rip.
4.
8 off rip. Yeah, we try to vary it out of
Okay.
10s.
Yeah, 4.
I would say 5.
Oh, that'd give me the
Like,
ick
all
if
right.
he like absolutely refuses
Yeah.
to
Right, like
eat
Yeah.
vegetables.
vehemently
Mhm.
refuses.
It's like a 3.
That's like a
if
3,
he's
yeah.
like very aggressive about it.
The ones that they'll go on like Dr. Phil and they're like, bring out the broccoli. They're like, oh.
What? You haven't seen that?
No.
They're like, bring out the olives. She's like, ah.
And they
That
still
one's
chase her
crazy.
down with the jar.
Yeah.
Sari
The whole
yesterday
jar.
when she saw the dog. She
Oh yeah.
Wait, who?
Sadi, because Erica's dog got loose for a second, and it ran up to Sadi because she was sitting on the floor. It didn't
Uh-huh.
even touch her or anything, but she just turned and was like,
it was like a scary movie scream.
We got another guest in the room. Oh, you want to say hi?
She said no.
She's a little shy.
she's a little shy.
It's my mom.
All right. They're a 10, but they only change their underwear 4 times a week.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
What?
So out of 7 days, they're only changing
Oh my
it.
god.
Like 4 pairs over 7 days.
Yep. Fit it however
Wait,
you
what's
want.
that? She's a 10?
Yep.
Oh, she's a
One.
she's a 2.
Do it stank? No.
Is she at least flipping them inside out?
That gave her 8 days. If she,
Right.
Maria?
No, 1.
I mean Maria. What's your mom's name?
Angela?
Angela?
Technically, Maria's right.
Yeah.
What?
That's her name, Maria.
Maria de Los Angeles.
Maria de Los Angeles.
So you
But we
called
call
her
her
by
Angela.
her first name.
Angela.
How rude.
She's a 10, pero she
No se cambia los calzones.
Tienen los chones bien.
What ranking? ¿Cuál número?
No, que sí, que se los cambien todos los días.
She said 0.
She said that's not an option. I'm making you change your underwear.
Oh, I came up with one similar to that.
Okay, go.
She's a 10, but she has to wear a diaper every night to
Oh,
sleep. She has a condition. She has a condition.
No, negative
Unless she's like 80.
Right.
Like, what the
Oh
heck?
yeah, how old is she?
Or she has a
80
colostomy
or-
bag.
Eight.
Oh.
Or something
That's
like that.
medical. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well, this could be medical too.
The diaper.
Mm,
Diaper.
Maybe.
we're gonna get
They don't pee the
canceled.
bed they don't pee the bed every time. No. It's just 100 out of the 365 days.
No,
You
not the
don't know.
diaper. Well, you made it seem medical. Now I'm gonna be an asshole.
Yeah. How quickly
On to the next one.
All right.
No
Erase.
comment.
No comment. Moving on. He's a 7, but he sets 5 alarms to wake up every morning.
That's me. He's at 10.
They're a
But, like
5.
sleeps through all 5.
Yeah, so like it wakes you
Oh.
up, but they're not waking up for the
Bro,
alarm.
no, they're
Oh,
a 2.
yeah.
They're a 1.
Well, what
Yeah,
time
that's
Or
is
even if they are waking up for the alarms,
They'll
it's
go back to
constantly
sleep.
bothering you
They're
because
a
you're
1.
sleeping next
Do
to
I
them.
also need to wake up at that time?
No.
No, you don't need to wake up. Or maybe you would both have to wake up by 8 a.m., right? But
Okay.
you can wake up with your alarm at 7. He puts one at 6, 6:15,
I
6:20,
see.
6:30.
Oh no,
No, they're a
yeah.
1.
I need my beauty sleep, or else I'm not gonna be a 10. So that's a 3.
Mhm. That was one of my biggest pet peeves in like a previous relationship.
That's Lydia,
rough.
Chiwa's pet peeve. Like, she'll be yelling at us. It's like, turn your alarms off.
Yeah, I wake
Even
up
though she's
on my
awake.
first alarm.
Even though she's awake and ready to go, but
But it's
she
still annoying to
she
hear.
He's
finds
still a
it
10.
really, really
I do
annoying.
that. I'm surprised David doesn't hear my alarms.
They're quiet enough.
Dude, I put one alarm and that's it. If I wake up, I wake up.
No, I
Must be
set
nice.
5 as backups, but I always on the first one I'm just up. Like, I
But you
can't-
let all of them go off.
Oh no. Like I'll set 5,
Uh-huh.
but when the first one rings, I'll just turn all 5 off.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
acceptable.
It's like fail-proof safe.
Like
or
so
something
far in 2023, I've only missed my alarm once.
like that. Ooh.
Wow.
But that was because I went to sleep kind of late, so I didn't even notice when I set it off.
Are you the type that, like, your alarm goes off and you lay there for a second knowing you are going to get up eventually?
Yes.
No.
Mhm.
Or as soon as your alarm goes off, you're on your feet?
As soon as my alarm goes
No.
off, I get up. Because if
That's-
I don't, I'm falling back asleep.
Crazy.
No, I would like shut it off, but since I know, you know how don't they go off like every 7 minutes or something?
I think it's
give
9
myself,
minutes if you click snooze.
Yeah.
I give myself like 5 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah, that's the only way. Like, if I'm like, I want to lay here with my eyes closed for 5 minutes, I'll hit snooze.
At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn. Otherwise, no, I'm getting up, taking a big sip of water, and walking out the door.
see, that's my alarms are, if I have to get up at like 8:05, 8:10, 8:15, 8:20, 8:25, and then I'll just shut them all off when it's 8.
See, because I have like 4 different alarms, but they're for like different days. Like, this is my Monday
Oh.
alarm, this is my Wednesday alarm, this is my Saturday alarm.
Oh.
Well, I think this one's relevant for our group. Maybe not so much in other groups. They're a 10, but they're a vegan.
This is hard because, like, I don't want to judge your lifestyle, but I
Yeah.
know to be compatible with
We
me,
need some meat,
Therefore-
baby.
I like to eat a lot of different types of food, and I feel like that's very limiting.
Therefore.
I think it would be an 8. I mean, it is complicated because it's like, okay, now I have to do a different dish for you. And usually vegan people don't like their food touching anything that was cooked in meat.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't use the same. Like, if I was to
Pan.
fry tacos dorados con carne
Yeah.
molida, I can't make them
Something in the
in the
same
same
pan.
oil
The
or
oil,
something.
yeah.
Like, so it's like, ugh, complicated.
See, that's what me and Oscar were talking. It's like, it's one thing if you're like just dating and going out and someone else is preparing, but if you're like spending your life with them and it's like a
Mhm.
lifetime accommodation.
I mean, if they like to cook and prepare their own food, that's great.
Yeah, then it's like not as big of an issue.
Probably 6. I don't know. I like my meat.
They were 10, so that means they're like pretty hot.
Pretty dang hot. That's true though.
I'm gonna go with an 8.
I think
Yeah,
8's
an
good. What about you, Marisol?
Well, now
So-
that I'm thinking about it, I mean, I guess I could cook my meat separately, and he could just cook the veggies. He's a 7.
With the eye roll.
I guess you can be vegan. No, vegan. We can't even have dairy together.
Right, vegan is the whole
No,
shebang.
he's a 5. I can't date him.
One to 6.
Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that. Like, I got
No
my
ice
normal
cream?
milk, and then they got their oat
Yeah.
milk.
Hey, now don't hate on the whole milk.
Oh.
Yeah, oat milk's not bad.
Almond milk, soy milk, whatever. I'm just saying, we got 2
You
cartons
gotta
of
have
milk
2
in the
different types of
fridge.
things.
Yeah.
You could just drink that type of milk. You don't like it?
Ew.
Okay.
Ew.
The milk boy.
Like that's not even my worry. My worry is like preparing dishes with like cheese or something. Like they can
Yeah.
have none of that.
Like tacos.
I changed my answer.
Quesadillas.
They're a 6.
What?
Quesadillas con queso.
What is each a Chipotle?
Okay, if they're vegetarian, an 8. If they're vegan, a 7.
Yeah, I think I'm going 6 and 8. 6 vegan,
6.
8 vegetarian.
6 all around the board. I do not want to accommodate anything.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh.
I don't eat a lot of meat, but I still eat meat. So
No, 6 and 8. I could afford to eat more vegetables, but don't give me that vegan. Mm-mm.
I think you would get frustrated, to be
No,
honest.
well here's the thing. I don't have anything against. I actually really like vegetables, but I just never think to make them, which is very not good.
They're not the main course.
Yeah, like
yeah.
they're not my
They're
priority.
the support. They're the backup.
I also think if anyone in general like starts dating a vegan or vegetarian, you would naturally just pick up some of their eating habits
Mhm.
because it's more convenient. Like I have a coworker who he started dating his now wife like 5 or 6 years ago, and she's vegetarian, and like he tried to do meals separately, and eventually it was like it's just easier if I'm also vegetarian, and now he's been vegetarian for like the whole
But
time.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she's the one that makes the meals too. So
Well, I think because he would always, if it was his turn to cook, he'd still have to make a vegetarian option.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was like, it's just easier
We just all eat
if
vegetables.
we just eat the same thing.
Yeah. The thing is, it would put more like pressure. I don't know, more work on the other partner because they have to be making some good food for me to be like, you know what, let's do it. Like, because if it's like I'm eating vegan to make it easier for both of us, but I hate this, like I don't like
Well, yeah.
Also,
it. I'd be miserable.
we can't really dive in because we don't know what dishes are out there that we're like, oh, this is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
make a living
exactly.
out of
We
it.
don't know what's like good because we're not like focusing on
Exactly.
that.
Right, like someone who's been a vegetarian for like 5 years probably's got some
It's
good
just-
meals up their sleeve.
Almost like when they're like, I don't want to do keto. I don't know what to eat when I'm on keto. But when you dive in and start cooking different things on keto,
Like
you're
you
like,
learn.
okay, keto's not that bad. And I lost so much weight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know what to eat or prepare, you're always like, I can't do it.
Right. Yeah, you just gotta like research what
have
you
the
can and
perspective.
try new things.
There's nowadays it's so easy finding little 60-second videos of
Mhm.
TikTok.
little meals, and they'll have the recipe in the bio.
Actually, yeah, one of my coworkers, he doesn't eat meat, and he always bring in muffins, and he'll be like, yeah, this week I made zucchini muffins. I'm like, damn, they look kind of good.
Mhm. Zucchini bread be going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we're reaching close to the end of the episode. Do you guys have any last good ones that you are dying to share?
Okay, he's a 1,
Okay.
but he's a billionaire.
Oh.
Oh, he's a 30 in my book.
Is
I
he
mean,
nice?
yeah, like how old is he? Is he about to die?
No, he's in his prime. He has money. And
One makes him a 1 though. Like is he
he's
ugly?
or is his personality really
Just
bad?
Terrible.
Or both?
both.
Oh, the
No.
personality thing.
Does
I
he
can't.
travel a lot? Do I have to see him a lot?
Nah,
You have
there's
to claim him though.
there's
Yeah,
still
you
a
gotta claim
1
him.
or a 0.
That's
Like-
a hard one.
He's a 4.
Like if I can't enjoy spending time with them, no, there's
You
still a
see
1.
that
Is he
girl on
buying me
TikTok
gifts?
is like, I can't see no poor man. He's like, if he ugly, if he a Shrek, you could put a bag on it, turn off the lights, whatever you want. But I can't see a broke man, but a rich man, yes. It doesn't matter what you
Yes.
look like.
Is he buying me gifts?
Yeah.
5.
I'm gonna go up to 4 just because like I'll give him a chance. We'll go in a couple days.
I'll say
to see,
5.
Like maybe he's not that bad, and then if he is that bad, then I'll probably be like, all right, I can't do it. Even if you're a billionaire,
Worst comes to worst, he leave with a Birkin.
right?
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, I get a Birkin
The
bag.
Birkin bag.
All right, I have a last one. He's a 7, but he sells. I can't even say.
I'll read
No
it.
way.
He's a 7, but he sells propane and propane products.
I tell you what.
It turns
10,
them
10.
on.
He's a 10.
10.
The 10.
He's Hank Hill, and he's a 10.
I tell you what, Bobby.
Bobby.
Gah!
His butt is so flat.
Like
Everyone
this
go watch
guy
King of the Hill.
Berto went to college with, he's like, you know, when girls have, cuando unas tienen nalgas, que son unas nalgotas, y luego tienen las normales, que son unas nalguillas. But have you ever seen negative nalgas? He's like, that is crazy. Like, you got nothing. Like, negative, those are negative nalgas. I thought that was funny.
It do be like that sometimes.
I do be.
Battery alert, right on time.
Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode.
Thanks for inviting me, you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
being
being
our
on.
guest.
Long time listener.
You can rub it in everyone else's faces
Yeah.
now.
Heck yeah.
Wait, is she the first one in your family?
Besides Leo.
Besides like our siblings.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Extended
yeah.
family. Yeah.
Wait.
I'll give it a pass because I wasn't the first one you asked, though.
Okay, I asked the birthday girl.
Yeah,
it was her
it was an
birthday,
exemption.
So
You know?
it's cool. It's cool.
She had to work, so she couldn't be on it, but she got a little guest
Cameo.
Shout out.
cameo in it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So thank you, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. Thanks for being on. Everybody else, don't forget to listen next week and follow us on Instagram.
Bye.
Adios.